What's up, everyone? Welcome to quick check-in. I usually normally say "Welcome to Move with Life," welcome to a new episode, but this isn't going to be quite a whole episode. Again, I just wanted to check in. I haven't been on in a minute. I probably haven't uploaded definitely before Christmas, so probably mid-December was probably the last time I uploaded any type of content, whether it was YouTube or like a podcast episode on Spotify and everywhere else that you can find the podcast. However, I'm here, we're here, and I've been thinking a lot. I've been thinking a lot lately, and then with that thinking, I've been trying to take more action. I think that's one thing I mentioned last time. Actually, because I had done a YouTube like a live stream a few weeks ago, but I deleted it. But it just didn't come out. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. But nonetheless, even that time, I remember talking about. I think I was watching a game, and then I was talking with family, and then that was that. But like I said, I deleted it, so that was a good while ago. Anyways, I've been thinking a lot. I've been learning that I needed to kind of slow down a bit as well, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking a lot, but in that thinking, I've been slowing down a lot as well, and trying to figure out more efficient ways to decompress. I think that's been the biggest thing for me lately is actually needing to decompress. I watched this Tim Ferriss video, and then there's a little vlog, or not vlog, a blog about it that I read on Tim Ferriss. I think Tim Ferriss .blog or something like that. It talks about deloading. And he had tweeted it recently, and so I read it actually today. I read it earlier today, and I was like, okay, I think that's what I need to do. I never, as much as information as I listen to podcasts, and I'm listening to podcasts. I'm trying to take information. Plus, I'm going to work and like keeping my trying to stay sharp to my job. And so then at the end of the day, I never really unload information, whatever it may be, whether it's a podcast that I'm listening to that's informative or comedy. More the informative ones that I've been listening to a lot. I've been listening to a lot of Tim Ferriss again, a lot of Jordan Peterson again, a lot of Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss, Jordan Peterson. Mostly on the way to work, just because it takes me a little while to get over there and back. And then last night after work, I listened to music. I was like, I think I feel pretty good. I'm listening to some music. So been doing that, but with all this and writing a lot, I've found myself retracting and bringing myself back to values. What are my values, and because one thing that's stemmed from that is what are my values, and are they values? Like, am I approaching this correctly? And so that's what I've been doing. Maybe even in the last podcast, in my head, I feel like I'm kind of where I was even the last time I posted it, even like on all the podcast outlets and on YouTube. But I'm still there, and I think that's why I need a deloading phase that I have yet to do. I think I'm doing it. I've been writing a lot. I've been letting myself kind of just go, and I'll put on my headphones, my good headphones, and I'll put on some music, and I'll have something going on like on TV, but I'm not really in tune with TV. I'm just using it as like having commotion, going on while I'm thinking. And so that has led, okay, so the deloading has always brought me back lately to, what are my values, and reconsidering what I thought values were, what I thought mine were, and seeing if any of them have changed. And I don't know if it's quite defined as a value, but like, and maybe it is because I value it, like leadership, right? Leadership, talking with people, listening to people, ego checks, all these things that I have learned the past going on, because I think today's marks the 5-year anniversary, 4 years. I started in 2017, so January. I think we're at 4 years to today. So it's interesting that I felt compelled to at least record and live stream, and then those that will listen to this on Thursday, um, record period. Hopefully this uh, type of recording works the way I'd like it to. But deloading values, thinking about leadership, like what matters to me, and even the other, not even the other day, yesterday, I had some time. I listened to a Seth Godin keynote that he had on Business Intuitive, or so, I don't remember what it's called. Hold on. Anyway, so he was talking, and it was a lot of the same stuff that I've heard him talk about over and over again. Gary Vee does default to, like, I only talk about what I know. And listening to it's the Nordic Business Forum, and it was done, I think, a year ago. Yeah, March 10th, 2020. So a little under a year ago, but just about a year ago. And so I listened to it. It's about an hour long, and he talked about the purple cow and talks about marketing and basically finding your group, finding where you fit, essentially, kind of. He obviously words it better, so it inspired me to get back to. Oh, and he brings up art and being an artist and creating something. So that compelled me, because, okay, like, how can I be more? How can I be better for the? I think that's another thing. How can I be better for the podcast? And if I'm being honest, I don't quite know the answer. I know I like doing this. I know I like talking about my thoughts, bringing my perspective to just life, because that's what it's, the other day, I ran into a coworker, and I hadn't seen that person in a long time, and it was me and another person, and we were helping him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Andy was my mentor," and I said, "Oh, cool," like, I try to, like, and then there was just a comment that was made, and it said, and they said, "Oh, he's a man." Like, I just felt a little bit of ego there. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. But it's like, my point to bring it to this is just the matter of fact of, like, I don't use the word mentor, but I like talking about life and figuring things out. A lot of times, from my experience and what I've learned so far, is that maybe we don't, like, I know I've been getting caught in FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, a lot. And hearing both, so hearing the positive comment and hearing the comment on that statement, I was like, well, yeah, I do believe in mentoring and talking about life and trying to figure things out, because there, as much as I thought there was there's some type of playbook that we can just kind of go by. There's not. We have a lot more leeway. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. I think it's good because it helps it allows us to be creative, but then it's bad because it allows us to be creative. At least that's the way I see it. I have all these freedoms, and I genuinely feel like I have all these freedoms. I have all this capability, and, like, I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that over there. And I can game, I can podcast, I can stream, I can pre-record, I can record a bunch of, there's so many options out there, and I've been getting caught up in that. And me trying to deload now, trying to force myself to just, hey, take a second. It's okay to think. It's okay but do it in a deloading and an unloading fashion, versus trying to, like, being fearful of, like, oh, what if I don't listen to this? I might miss out on this information. If I don't listen to whatever podcast by Jocko or Joe Rogan or whoever, I might miss this information, and I might like it. And so, in me speaking fast right now and trying to keep my thoughts in order, for me, it is all tied together to mentorship and life, and where I've been the past, month and a half, probably. I don't know when the last time I posted. Um, last time I posted was recent. Oh, not recent. Sorry, that's a lie. Last time I posted was. Well, I did. Okay, I posted the moving with. I was doing the on Christmas Day. I posted home. It was Blake Shelton and Michael Bublé. But the last episode was a month ago, and so. Oh yeah, I streamed that. So that was streamed. So I streamed. It was just about it was the 12th of December. So I was streaming. I was watching a football game, and uh, someone asked, "Is Tobey Maguire going to be in the new Spider-Man?" Spoiler. I won't spoil it. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, then you know that how the new Spider-Man movie went. Anyways, fear of missing out. Getting back on somewhat on track. I know I feel like I'm kind of babbling, but I feel like I'm trying not to. It's just even in me talking out loud, it's like, man, like I have been, the way I've been talking is the way I've been thinking. And when I do have conversations, whether it's at work or on the phone or with my cousins and my friends, whoever, um, it's like I'm having a conversation, but like sometimes my brain's just like doing, it feels like I'm doing 1,000 different things, um, which then makes it hard to progress in a few things, right? When you're trying to do everything. So I definitely fell in the trap of fear of missing out, trying to get back to a point of knowing when to, or my brain and my body working together to where I stay sharp when I need to stay sharp, deloading, decompressing completely. And even when my thoughts are like kind of jarbled or just coming at me at 100 miles an hour, like making myself physically slow down in certain moments when I'm not at work, when I'm not engaged in an intellectual conversation or intellectual podcast. Um, figuring figuring those things out. Not really trying to find an answer, but I'm using it as a path, as a direction. And I don't know how long it'll last. I am trying to be, again, because also like I am trying to be productive and move forward and keep moving and figuring out what is the next step. What am I going to do next for this podcast? What am I going to do next? What books do I want to read next? Am I going to reread Power of Myth? I kind of started it, but like, am I going to reread Power of Myth? I haven't been writing every single day. I'd really like to write every day. Why don't I write every day? And that, so to tie all this together, goes back to what are my values? And I'm trying to not refigure that out, but I'm just dissecting it. I'm just dissecting what I've thought was valuable, what I think is valuable, and then saying, okay, has there been any change? What has changed? Has there been any change? What am I willing to throw out? What am I willing to bring in? And then hopefully at the end of that part, some certain things will make more sense, and I won't have the fear of missing out. I won't be guessing so much. I like to be. I'm not trying to be right, but I like to be certain about my answer. I like to be certain about what I'm talking about. I like to be certain about what's going on. And the thing is, I don't try to be in control at all most of the time. I try to be adaptive. I try to be adaptive is not the word I want to use though. Kind of malleable, kind of liquid, kind of fluid. But sometimes, and I'm learning this because I feel like I do need to be more rigid sometimes. So I'm trying to figure that out, and I don't want to use the word balance. I'm trying to figure out where I want to push and pull. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to push where do I want to push and pull? What do I even fear? What am I truly even what am I in fear of? Fear of missing out. What am I scared of? And see where that takes me. I don't know how long it'll take, but we're here. I am very much alive, thankfully. And so I hope that you've been doing well. And I hope that your Christmas was good. I hope your New Year was good. Hopefully you've hit the ground running on whatever admirations you have, whatever ambitions, whatever goals you have for the year, for the future. Hopefully, you're inching closer to those things. Like I said, to wrap this up for today, I just wanted to check in with everybody, let everybody know, hey, I'm here. I promise, I'm around. Just been moving with my life, and then trying to understand myself just a little bit better, so that we can keep progressing. I can hopefully figure out how I can bring more value to you via podcast, via production, whatever that may look like in the near future, and then in the more extended future. So take care of yourself. Lead from the front. If you have a team, lead by example. Ask questions. Take care of yourself mentally and physically. And we'll see y'all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't tuned in and you see this in the future, thanks for watching. You can leave a comment. You can shoot me an email. Everything's always in the show notes. And we'll see y'all very, very soon.